I hereby call the 11th day of the second regular session of the 23rd Congress to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Pasalilia Maing.
Senator Aritas,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Collins,
Yes.
Senator Harper, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence, Vice Speaker Romalo,
Aye.
Senator Urusamal, Senator Wali, Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, 11 members are present.
We have a quorum to conduct business this morning. Next item.
Mr. Speaker, we're on item 4, reading of the journal.
Floor Leader Lawrence.
Move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress dispense with the reading of the journal. Discussion? Any discussion? If no objection, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now dispensed with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Speaker, point of privilege, please.
Madam Chair Abilio Alfonso, please state your point.
I'd like to rise on a point of privilege to acknowledge and welcome the presence of one of our senators from Pohnpei, Honorable Senator Kahua Apis Jr. And of course, with him is our Acting Secretary of TCNI and the gentleman, Billy Obispo. Can we give them a welcome?
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Mr. Speaker.
Madam Chair. They're always welcome to come and observe us and their Congress in session.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
if I could fill in the blank for Senator Abelo's introduction, the gentleman sitting between the acting secretary and Senator Apis is Billy Obispo.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Christian. Floor Leader Lawrence. Or next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 5, presidential communications. We have 2, and they are numbers 23-136 and number 23-137.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Assign those. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 6, FSM Supreme Court communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 7, member communications, none also. Item 8, departmental communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. Item 10, state communications, none also. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, municipal or town communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. Item 13, foreign government communications, none. And item 14, miscellaneous communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Order of the day.
Under order of the day is, the first item is item 15, standing committee reports. We have some of them, and the first one is on standing committee report number 23-25, regarding presidential communication number 23-100 on the FY 2024 recommended budget for your Committee on External Affairs for adoption.
Chairman Willie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning. Move for the adoption of the State Report.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-25. Discussion? Any discussion?
Question.
If no objection, question has been called for. We will vote on the said motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-25. All those in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-25. Next Standing Committee Report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is Standing Committee Report number 23-26 on Congressional Resolution number 23-22 from your Committee on External Affairs for adoption.
Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chairman Willie.
Move for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-26. Discussion?
Yeah, like that.
Any discussion?
Question.
No objection. Debate is closed. We will vote on the said motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-26. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-26. Next Standing Committee Report.
70 days.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next Standing Committee Report is Standing Committee Report number 23-27 on Congressional Resolution number 23-20 from your Committee on External Affairs for adoption.
Chairman Willie. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chairman Willie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-27. Discussion? If no objection, debate is closed. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor of adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-27, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-27. Next Standing Committee Report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-28 on Congressional Resolution number 23-24 from your Committee on Education for adoption.
Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So move for the adoption of the said report 23-28.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-28. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, no objection, debate is closed. We will now vote on the said motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-28. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-28. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-29 on Congressional Resolution number 23-56 from your Committee on Education for adoption.
Chairman Rusmal.
So move again for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-29. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, question has been called for and no objection. Debate is now closed. We will now vote on adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-29. All those in favor of the said report, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-29. Next, Standing Committee Report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-30 regarding Presidential Communication number 23-100 on the FY 2024 recommended budget for your Committee on J&GO for adoption.
Chairman Oritus.
Move to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-30.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-30. Discussion? Any further discussion? If none, question has been called for and no objection. Debate is now closed. We will vote on the said motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-30. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-30. Next Standing Committee Report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-31 on Congressional Bill number 23-36 from your Committee on Ways and Means for adoption.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-31. Discussion? This is the big one.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
I fail to understand the rationale of moving along with this action by Congress to conform to an agreement that has not been fully agreed to or concluded. As I understand it, the compact has yet to be signed off or approved by the U.S. Congress. So what, we're preempting them? Please approve it because we have approved some changes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Mr. Speaker, I think we should do our part and let them do their part. Whether we approve or not, that will be up. That's up to us. But also, we should let them take care of their part, rather than wait. And if they don't do their part, then we take the next step.
Thank you, Chairman Figueroa. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chairman Christian, you still have the floor.
No, thank you.
Any further discussion? If none, question has been called for and seconded. We will now vote on the adoption of the said motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-31. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 23-31 is adopted by Congress. Next, Standing Committee Report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-32 regarding Presidential Communication number 23-100 on the FY 2024 budget for your Committee on TNC for adoption.
Chairman Golan.
Move for adoption of the Standing Committee Report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-32. Discussion? If no this further discussion and no objection, debate is closed. We will vote on the said motion of adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-32. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-32. Next Standing Committee Report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-33 on Congressional Bill number 23-39 from your Committee on Ways and Means for adoption.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Speaker. I move that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-33.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-33. This is the other big one. Any discussion? No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on the adoption of the Standing Committee Report number 23-33. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-33. Next Standing Committee Report.
Mr. Speaker, short recess, please.
Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I move to withdraw Standing Committee Report 2334 and 2335 from the awaiting list and place them on today's report calendar for action.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place Standing Committee Report number 23-34 and 23-35 on today's calendar for action. Floor Leader Harper. Floor Leader Lawrence.
Move to suspend.
Can
Mr.
you-
Speaker, move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our actions on the placement of the said committee report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress place on today's Standing Committee Report calendar, Standing Committee Report number 23-34 and Standing Committee Report 23-35. And if no objection, we'll vote on the said motion. All those in favor of the suspension of the rules, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended, and I apologize, Floor Leader Lawrence, for my mistake. So the main motion now is the placement of those two standing committee reports. Discussion? If no discussion, no objection, we will vote on the said motion to place standing committee report number 23-34 and standing committee report number 23-35. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now placed Standing Committee Report number 23-34 and 23-35 for action on today's calendar. Chief Clerk, next Standing Committee Report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-34 on Congressional Resolution number 23-43 from your Committee on Education for adoption.
Chairman Urusmal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move to that the report, Standing Committee Report number 23-34 be adopted.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-34. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor of adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-34, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 23-34 is now adopted by Congress. Next Standing Committee Report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-35 regarding Presidential Communication number 23-100 on the fiscal year 2024 budget for your Committee on R&D for adoption.
Chairman Christian. It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report 23-35. Discussion.
Question.
If no objection, debate is closed. We will vote on the adoption of Standing Committee Report 23-35. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-35. Next Standing Committee Report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Please note that we have more reports on the awaiting list, number 23-08, for Standing Committee reports awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Anybody wish
Speaker.
to place it? Chairman
Mr. Speaker.
Artus.
Yeah, I want to withdraw and place one standing committee report for Chang.
Okay. Okay, if no objection, let's go
I
back.
move to withdraw and place,
Okay, let's go back and then,
oh,
Congress is back in session. Chairman Artus, you have the floor.
I move to withdraw and place standing committee report 23-36 and place on today's calendar for us.
And it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-36. Discussion? Short recess. Congress is back in session. We are still on discussion of Standing Committee Report number 23-36. Any further discussion?
Speaker, move to defer action on this report to Monday.
It's been moved and seconded to defer Congress's action on Standing Committee Report number 23-36 to Monday's calendar. Discussion? If no objection, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now deferred action on Standing Committee Report number 23-36 to Monday's Standing Committee Report calendar. Next Standing Committee Report.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more standing committee reports.
Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 16, special committee reports. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 17, for assignment of measures on communications, please refer to referral sheet number 23-23.
Members and chairs, please take note of the referral sheet. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 18, unfinished business. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 19, for Bill Galanter, we have some of them, some bills. And the first one is on Congressional Bill number 23-36, CD1 for first reading. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report number 23-31. CB number 23-36, CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated as amended by amending sections 301, 302, 304, 307, 308, 309, 311, 312, 313, 314, 315, 316, 317, 318, 319, 320, and 320, 321, and 323 thereof, to bring the FSM's internal fiscal procedures for compact implementation into compliance with the 2023 amended compact and for other purposes.
Chairman Fakir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress pass on first reading Congress Bill 23-36.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-36, CD1. Discussion?
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess.
Yeah,
Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion of CB number 23-36.
Question?
If no objection, question has been called for. We will now vote on the passage of CB number 23-36 on first reading, CD1, by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
So recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. We will now vote by roll call of members on CB number 23-36, CD1, by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abelo Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator Colon, Senator Colon, Senator Harper, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence, Floor Leader Lawrence, Vice Speaker Romulo, Vice Speaker Romulo, Senator Urusamal, Senator Urusamal, Senator Wadi, Speaker Moses.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes, 1 against the said bill under first reading.
Thank you. Congress has now passed on first reading, CB number 23-36, CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-39, CD1 for first reading. CB number 23-39, CD1 is a bill for an act to appropriate $56,669,874 from the General Fund of the Federated States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024, to provide funding for the operations of all branches of the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia, its agencies, various programs, grants, subsidies, and contributions, and capital and human resources development, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figuer.
Move for the passage of the bill on first reading.
It's been moved and seconded that CB number 23-39, CD1 be adopted by Congress. Discussion. Discussion. Chairman Rusmal, you seem to have something on your mind.
No, I was just calculating with my fingers, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Golan.
like my co-chairman on my left mentioned yesterday in regards to the other department that it's not really fair for other department to increase and some of our department not increase. Because what I was saying this for, because in my department is cutting 9 million, just for your information. And that's a huge cut. So I hope everybody will follow that request.
Noted, Chairman Golan. Any more discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Figuer.
I agree with Chairman Golan However, I think it's referring to most of the programs under Section 9 and Section 8 in the TCI and I department. And what we're doing is, based on our discussion in the beginning of this session, that we move ahead with the revised budget submitted by the president, because we don't have much choice. And we can live with the budget now for 3 months, and in January, when we have a clearer picture of our financial status, then we can fund those programs. And I realize that most of the departments and the people that we serve are going to be suffering for a little less, but I think we can get the government moving.
Thank you, Chairman Figueroa. Any more discussion on the CB number 23-39?
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Christian, please state your point.
I asked that I make my statement on point of privilege because this has to do with His Excellency Joseph J. Rusumal's signature that appeared on page 5 of the report that carried the bill. It's a check mark. Is this his new signature?
Speaker. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm trying to copy signatures that I admire. One goes into circle and one goes from one side of the paper to the other. Unfortunately, I have not been able to copy those, so I can use them, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Continue, Chairman Christian.
So, in answer to my question, yes, this is Senator Rusumal's new signature. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Christian. I believe a question was called for. If no objection, we will vote by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Speaker,
Here,
We're
Speaker, Senator Aritos.
Chairman Aritos.
thank you, Speaker. I have a floor amendment. It's been read and distributed to members. I so move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment offered by Chairman Aritos be adopted. Short recess. Congress is back in session. We are on the floor amendment offered by Chairman Artus to CB number 23-39. And because of its length, I'm going to ask the Chief Clerk to please read the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We now have a floor amendment by Senator Tuita Ardos on Congressional Bill number 23-39, CD1. Item 1, page 9, line 10, under the word personnel, delete the figure or the amount 1,559,185 and insert the figure or amount 1,520,185. Item 2, on page 9, line 12, delete 472,200 and insert 511,200.
There you have it. Discussion on the offered floor
Question.
amendment by. No objection. Discussion is closed. We will now vote on the offered floor amendment by Chairman Artis to CB number 23-39, CD1. All those in favor of the said amendment, adoption of the said amendment, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment to CB number 23-39 offered by Chairman Artis is now adopted. We now have CD2. Discussion. No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on first reading, CB number 23-39, CD2, by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abelo Alfonso, Senator Ardos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator Colon, Senator Harper, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Vice Speaker Romalo,
Aye.
Senator Urusmal, Senator Wali, Speaker Moses.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all 11 members that are present voted for the said bill under first reading.
Thank you. Congress has now passed on first reading, CB number 23-39, CD2. Next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-18 for second and final reading. CB number 23-18
That's right.
is a bill for an act to further amend Section 208 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended by Public Law number 18-114, to reduce the cost of living allowance and to further amend Chapter 2 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended by Public Laws numbers 18-114, 20-143, 22-170, by inserting a new Section 213 in order to require the national government to pay 100% of life insurance plan costs for all national government employees, to authorize the Director of the Office of Personnel to designate and change designation of the life insurance provider in consultation with the Department of Finance and Administration, to require the Office of Personnel and Department of Finance and Administration to jointly report to Congress on designation and any change in designated life insurance provider, to require biennial review and reporting on the designated life insurance provider, and for other purposes.
Move for passage on,
Chairman Artis, you have the floor.
move for passage on the said bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-18 on second reading. Discussion? Any discussion? We're still on discussion of CB number 23-18 for second reading. Discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Rusmal?
the word 32 is misleading here. It's not reduce, it's eliminate.
I understand. That was the intent, but the bill says reduce.
Speaker,
Discussion?
are
Chairman?
we in discussion?
We're still in discussion.
Yeah, Speaker, I have a concern on this, on this bill. I agree that we should take the cost of the COLA out because we've raised the salary by almost 50%, 45%. But to pay for the life insurance, fully paid for that, it may cost what we have taken out. So with that, may I, and with respect to the chairman of ZENCO, move to defer action on this bill to Monday's calendar.
Is that a motion? It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-18 to Monday's calendar. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action on CB number 23-18 to Monday's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-37 CD1 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-37 CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 22-180 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-187, 22-188, 23-03, 23-09, and 23-11 by amending Sections 4 and 5 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei and Chuk states and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress passes Congress Bill 23-37 on second and final reading.
Any second?
Mr. Speaker. I second and Mr. Speaker.
Well, it's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-37 CD1 on first reading, second reading. Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, ALEC would like to move to defer this bill to Monday.
It's been moved and
Short
seconded.
recess.
Short recess. Congress defer its action on CB number 23-37 CD1 to Monday's calendar. If no objection, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now deferred its action on CB number 23-37 CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-44 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-44 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 20-155 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 20-177, 20-188, 21-61, 21-88, 21-119, 21-150, 22-08, 22-43, and 22-119 by amending Section 2 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Yap State, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second reading CB number 23-44. Discussion?
Speaker.
Chairman Figueroa.
Mr. Speaker, I have a proposed floor amendment that I wish to offer. It's a very a lengthy amendment. I ask that it be inserted into the bill and dispense with the reading of the journals. So move.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-44 be adopted by Congress, and with its length, reading of the amendment is dispensed with. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, question has been called for, and if there are no objections, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor of adoption of the floor amendment to CB number 23-44 offered by Chairman Figueroa be adopted. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment has now been adopted by Congress.
Speaker.
We now have CD2. Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to defer action on this bill to Monday's calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer action on CB number 23-44 CD1 to Monday's calendar. Discussion? If none, we will vote on the said motion to defer action on CB number 23-44 CD1 to Monday's calendar. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CB number 23-44 CD1 is now deferred to Monday's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-46 CD2 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-46 CD2 is a bill for an act to further amend Sections 9 and 12 of Public Law Number 22-42 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-60, 22-80, 22-103, 22-141, and 23-10 to modify the use of capital and human resources development funding and change the use and allotment of such funds previously appropriated therein to fund the operations of the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia for fiscal year September 30th, 2022, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of Congress Bill 23-46 CD2 on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-46 CD2 on second and final reading. Discussion?
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
I move for a short recess.
Short recess. Discussion on CB number 23-46 CD2 for second and final reading.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa.
move to defer action on the bill to Monday's bill calendar.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-46 CD2 to Monday's calendar. Discussion? If none, we will vote on the said motion to defer Congress's action on CB number 23-46 CD2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now deferred its action on CB number 23-46 to Monday's calendar, CD2. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-48 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-48 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 18-117 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 18-120, 19-04, 19-08, 19-35, 19-49, 19-59, 19-76, 19-102, 20-26, 20-117, 21-27, 21-114, 21-166, 22-13, 22-71, 22-121, and 22-198 by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people in the state of Koshai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-48. Discussion?
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
is it for the people in Koshai or people of Koshai?
For the people in the state of Koshai.
And then we might want to amend the amendment.
Speaker, move to defer action on the bill to Monday's calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-48 for second reading to Monday's calendar. Discussion? No objection. We will vote on the said motion to defer CB number 23-48 to Monday's calendar. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now deferred its action on CB number 23-48 for second reading to Monday's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-49 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-49 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law Number 22-154 by amending Section 2 thereof for the purpose of changing the lapse date of funds previously appropriated therein to fund the CIA's Y-12 aircraft engine repairs and assembly, freight and other related costs, the FSM-TCC Open Access Entity, or OAE, the Education Task Force for the constitutional amendments proposed by the Constitutional Convention, and the operation of Xavier High School affected by COVID-19 travel restrictions in Chuk, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Speaker. I move for the passage of Congress Bill 23-49 on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-49. Discussion.
Speaker.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a proposed floor amendment. It's very short, but I ask that we dispense with the reading of the floor amendment. So move.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-49 offered by Chairman Figueroa be adopted. Discussion. Before discussion, Chief Clerk, it's quite short. Can you please read the...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We now have a floor amendment to Congressional Bill Number 23-49 offered by Senator Isaac V. Vigier. It reads as follows. Item 1, page 2, line 2, after 2024, insert the following. Provided that subsection 1 of 3 of this act shall lapse. Item 2, sorry, that's it, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. There you have it. Discussion on the offered floor amendment.
Mr. Speaker.
Who was that? Chairman Figueroa?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The purpose of the amendment is to lapse a very small amount of money earmarked or previously appropriated for the constitutional education task force. The program has completed, and there's a little money, and because we're short of funds, so much uncertainties, any penny added to the drop into the general fund will certainly add to our financial situation.
Thank you, Chairman Figueroa. Any further discussion?
Speaker, I hope Chairman Figueroa's amendment will not interfere with other applications that the ESG still have pending. I understand there are charters that are still pending with the ESGs when they went out to do an ESG, and their charters on boats have not been paid. That's just my concern. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? If none, debate is closed. We will vote on the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-49 offered by Chairman Figueroa. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment to CB number 23-49 offered by Chairman Figueroa has now been adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CB number 23-49 CD1? If no objection, debate is closed. We will now vote on CB number 23-49 CD1 by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Chuuk, Chairman Aritos. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian.
Mr. Speaker, because I voted no on first reading, I yield the floor to Floor Leader.
For the State of Pohnpei, Floor Leader Lawrence.
Yes.
For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Urusamal. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has passed on second and final reading, CB number 23-49, CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-50 for second and final reading. CB number 23-50 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-152 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-162, 20-08, 20-27, 20-118, 21-23, 21-60, 21-97, 21-118, and 22-112 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the allotment of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-50 on second reading. Discussion? Any discussion? If no objection, debate is now closed. We will now vote on CB number 23-50 on second reading by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Chuuk, Chairman Aritos. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Urusamal. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, we have passed CB number 23-50 on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-51 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-51 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-133, 19-140, 19-150, 20-05, 20-15, 20-33, 20-48, 20-63, 20-71, 20-156, 20-175, 21-22, 21-52, 21-146, 21-195, 21-213, 21-244, 22-62, and 22-111 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the allotee of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other programs for Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Fakir.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-51 on second reading. Discussion? If no objection, question has been called for. We will now vote on second reading, CB number 23-51 by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Chuk, Chairman Aradas. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yat, Chairman Rusmal. Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has now passed on second and final reading, CB number 23-51. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-52, CD1 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-52, CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 22-86 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-101, 22-102, 22-106, 22-140, 22-147, 22-168, 22-185, 22-197, 23-06, and 23-12 by amending Sections 4, 5, and 6 thereof to change the use and allotee of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Chuk and Pohnpei states and for other purposes.
Chairman Pierre.
Thank you, Speaker. Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-52, CD1. Discussion?
Speaker, I'd like to...
Floor Leader Lawrence, you have the floor.
Yeah. I'd like to offer an oral amendment, small one, to this bill, 23-51, 52 CD1. On page 3, line 10, subsection 3, after the word road, subsection C. After the word road, insert /bridge. So moved.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment to CB number 23-52, CD1, offered by Floor Leader Lawrence be adopted. Discussion, Floor Leader, motion for suspension.
Move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our actions on the offered oral amendment for the SEP.
It's been moved and seconded that the rules that prohibit substantive amendments on bills for second reading be suspended. Discussion, if no objection, we'll vote on the suspension of the rules that may impede our action. All those in favor of the motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended. We are now on discussion of the offered oral amendment to CB number 23-52 CD1, offered by Floor Leader Lawrence. Any further discussion? If none, we will vote on that said amendment by Floor Leader Lawrence. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. We now have CB number 23-52 CD2. Discussion? If no further discussion and no objection, debate is closed. We will now vote on the passage of CB number 23-52 CD2 on second and final reading. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Chuk, Chairman Ardos. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Rusamal. Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has passed on second and final reading, CB number 23-52 CD2 on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-53 for second and final reading. CB number 23-53 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-201 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-219, 21-223, 21-229, 21-241, 22-14, 22-28, 22-31, 22-51, 22-67, 22-104, and 23-21 by amending Section 4 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Speaker. Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CB number 23-53. Discussion? No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on passage of CB number 23-53 on second and final reading by roll call of delegations. Please, Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Chuk, Chairman Ardos. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Rusamal. Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has passed CB number 23-53 on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As of now, we do not have any more bills.
Thank you. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 20, resolution calendar. We have some resolutions, and the first one is on Congressional Resolution number 23-54 for adoption. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report number 23-22. CR number 23-54 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mr. Carlson T. Happis to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Transportation, Communications, and Infrastructure of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Chairman Golan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Move to adopt said resolution.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-54. Discussion?
Mr. Speaker,
Who's that? Chairman Golan.
thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. May I ask that we confirm this nomination for the Department of TCNI? May I ask, please, let's confirm this nomination. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Golan. Any further discussion? If none, question has been called for. This is a nomination, so we will vote by secret ballot. Chief Clerk, please distribute the ballots. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All 11 members that are present voted for the nominee under the said resolution.
Thank you. With that, Congress has confirmed Carlson Apis as the Secretary of the Department of TCNI. Short recess.
Yeah, before we,
Congress is back in session. Chairman Christian.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Up until last night, my vote on Carl Lapis was no. But this morning, during the huddle between members in the lounge, I talked about chance, giving people another chance. And I guess I would have felt rather stupid and feel like a hypocrite. So today, I apparently cast a vote against my convictions that his department had not done as well as I expected. Not only because the navigator rarely go to YAP, not because I want the navigator to go to YAP because of sailors who are on board who want to visit their relatives. That's not why they're on board. But because I felt like Senator Rusmal, that the manager of that department was absent for too many days from the office, and that his people in that department, particularly in the Marine Department, had not been carrying out their duties and responsibilities to the fullest of their abilities, because I believe that they're more able than what they performed. And so I'm hoping that Secretary Apis will review the internal happenings in the department, hear Senator Rusamal, not too much, but also instruct these people to also remember to reply to messages sent to them, and not to see that messages come from members of Congress and immediately file in the circular folder. So I congratulate Carl. I ask him to review the performance of that department, and as best as possible, provide the service that we anticipate of him and that department. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Christian.
Speaker,
Chairman Golan.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. If there is any word above thankful, I will be using it. I just wanted to say thank you all for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Golan. Chief Clerk, next resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-22 for adoption. CR number 23-22 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Ms. Maijalin Marie Kim to serve as the Deputy Chief of Mission at the CFSM Embassy in Tokyo, Japan.
Chairman Willie.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was going to defer the action on this nominee, but the atmosphere seemed to be nice. So may I ask, please support the nominee and let's confirm her. Thank
All
you,
of them, huh?
Mr. Speaker.
Motion for adoption.
Move for the adoption of the said resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report Number 23-22. Resolution, Congressional Resolution Number 23-22. Discussion? If no objection, debate is closed. We will now vote by secret ballot. Chief Clerk, please distribute the ballots. Short recess. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Mr. Speaker, we have 8 affirmative votes, 3 against.
With that, the resolution was not adopted by Congress. Next resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution, calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-20 for adoption. CR Number 23-20 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mrs. Universe Yamase Lawrence to serve as the Deputy Permanent Representative to the CFSM Permanent Mission to the United Nations in New York.
Chairman Willie,
Short recess.
short recess. Congress is back in session. We're still on, oh. So, Chairman Willie,
Move for the adoption of the said resolution.
second. It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-20. Discussion? If no further discussion, debate is now closed. We will vote on Congressional Resolution Number 23-20 by secret ballot. Chief Clerk, please distribute. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have 10 affirmative votes, 1 against the nominee under the said resolution.
With that, nominee has been confirmed. Next resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have the next resolution, which is Congressional Resolution Number 23-24 for adoption. CR number 23-24 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mr. Casey J. Freddy to serve as the member of the Board of Regents of the College of Micronesia, CFSM, representing the state of Koshai.
Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Congress adopts the resolution.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Congressional Resolution Number 23-24. Discussion?
I urge members, we had look at the credentials of the individual and found him to be very fit for the position he's being nominated for. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Rusmal. Any further discussion? If no further discussion and no objection, debate is now closed. We will vote on Congressional Resolution Number 23-24 by secret ballot. Chief Clerk, please distribute. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have 8 yeses, 3 noes.
With that, CR number 23-24 was not adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-56 for adoption. CR number 23-56 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mrs. Gardenia Isaac to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Education of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Chairman Rusmal.
Sorry, says Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. Congress is back in session. We're still, Chairman Rusmal, motion for adoption.
So move, Mr. Speaker.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-56. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, no objection, question has been called for. We will vote by secret ballot. Short recess. Chief Clerk, please. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have 7 yeses, 4 noes.
With that, CR number 23-56 was not adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-43 for adoption. CR number 23-43 is a resolution to approve and accept a grant in the amount of $1,321,443 from the United States Department of Education, Office of Special Education Programs, to fund the CFSM Special Education Program, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I so move for the adoption of the said resolution.
Short recess. It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-43. Discussion? Any discussion? If no discussion and no objection, we will vote on the adoption of CR number 23-43. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CR number 23-43 has been adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As of now, we do not have any more resolutions.
Next item.
Mr. Speaker, that is item 21, introduction of bills and
Speaker.
resolutions.
Move that Congress stands in recess until tomorrow morning, Saturday, at 10 a.m.
Short recess. Back in session, Floor Leader Lawrence.
I wish to withdraw my motion and defer to Chairman Christian.
Chairman Christian.
Thank you very much, Floor Leader. On behalf of all of us here, I move that we stand in recess until Monday at 9:59.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress stands in recess until 10 a.m. on Monday morning. If no objection, we will vote. All those in favor of said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress stands in recess until 10 a.m. on Monday.